What's going on, guys? BASSFZz here. And one thing that I decided to do was I was going to go on YouTube. I'm going to go to YouTube Safari. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find multiple people who talk about feminist buzzwords, right? Like slut-shaming, rape culture, sluts, not all men, for example, this video right now, and I'm going to do video responses to the people who make videos specifically talking about those subjects. I say, fuck all. Let's just break down feminism even further on this channel, right? And so, cool thing is, one of the subscribers of mine by the name of BASSFZz, I think that's how you pronounce it, really cool guy, I like chatting with him, he decided to help me out with this video. So, he wrote me up a script, wrote me up some points that he wants to be said, and if this video turns out to be pretty well, well received, I might make a little bit of a regular thing. Maybe. With that being said, give most of the credit, I'd say about a good 80% of the credit to BASSFZz because he came up with most of the material. That being said, let's do this.
There are three little words that always seem to come up whenever the topics of sexism and misogyny are discussed.
It's not that serious. Shit, that's 4 words.
Especially on the internet. Not all men.
You know, one of my favorite people here on this forum we call YouTube by the name of BASSFZz made a video response to Ruckus Like. You guys remember Ruckus Like? She was some Australian woman I did a video response to a while back ago. Yeah, well, in his video response to her, which got taken down because she's an asshole, he says this. Now, the reason why I'm including him in this is because he's pretty fucking funny, and 2, he can put what I'm about to say into much more elegant words than I can. So I'm gonna let BASSFZz take it from here.
I swear to fucking God, if I get one comment saying, well, not all men do this, look, we know, we fucking know.
Well, I mean, I'm not making fun of you, but I have never heard somebody pronounce the word no with an R in it. Is that like a regional thing? Does anybody know? Oh yes, also, I have a little bit of a problem with people saying not all men are like that. Well, it is the vastest understatement imaginable. Okay, let's think of men who are like that. 1, Elliot Rodgers. Now name 1 more. Now name 5 more. Let's assume you've managed to successfully name 7. Now think of all the men in the entire history of the United States who weren't like that, and then make yourself a pie chart using these numbers. What's that, you say? The sliver of men who are like that is indistinguishable from a line on your pie chart? Well, gee, it seems like that not all men are like that goes without saying. And even saying it implies that some men, or some significant fraction, or some noticeable fucking fraction of men are like that, when that's simply not the case. Continue.
As someone who's often a part of those discussions, I'd like to say something to the people who constantly bring up those 3 words. Please stop. As a woman, I totally understand the frustration of someone making generalizing comments about your gender. I want to acknowledge that the men who have made my life more difficult are not representative of all men. I put some, I put certain, I put men.
Yeah, except some, certain, majority of, are all pretty good terms to use. However, when you say men, you imply all men, the same way women implies all women. For example, let's say women belong in the kitchen. Okay, well, while you technically didn't say all women, you did imply that, or usually it is implied.
I don't like those extreme branches of feminism that label all men the same, and I just want to reiterate that those groups are really small.
Bullshit, that group is really small. If you take a trip over to Jezebel, you can see that it's one of the most popular feminist websites around. So, yeah. Or, if that group is really small, well then they have really loud fucking voices.
Also, what some not all menners need to understand is that sometimes these words come from a place of hurt, pain, and experience.
Yeah, but the same could be said from a man as a woman. So, let's keep going.
I'm not talking about people who complain about the friend zone and think that people not sleeping with you is such a massive crime that you have to kill them. I'm talking about women who have faced things like sexism, harassment, and assault directly at the hands of men. There is a massive difference between a woman saying men are dicks because a guy has actually been a dick to her, and a guy going women are bitches because they refuse to automatically sleep with him.
You really don't seem to understand the friend zone too much. The friend zone is not when a guy complains about not being able to get a girl. It's when the girl he was trying to date dates some jackass, and then she goes around and complains about how there's no good men. Or she'll ask him the ridiculously stupid question, why can't I find a guy like you? And yeah, it happens. I mean, it's happened to me a couple of times. So, yeah.
One is from experience and fear. The other is sexism and entitlement.
Right. So, if a man complains about the fact that his wife cheated on him and had a kid that wasn't his and has forced him to pay 18 years of child support, no, well, he's just being whiny. And according to Steve, he should just go over to Reddit and complain about that. But should a woman complain about the fact that she's been catcalled? Oh, the misogyny there, that's just such a fucking horrible thing. And we should not diminish her experiences. You see the hypocrisy there?
When you come across a woman using these words because maybe she has been hurt by a man, ask her why she feels like that. Now I know.
Yeah, except even if we ask her why she feels that way, she's still generalizing all men and thus assumes that all men do bad things to her. So, yeah, if I were to say that all women are giant whores, well, that's misogynistic now, isn't it?
I know that some people do use not all men to try and comfort women. They think that letting women know that not all men are like that will put us more at ease in the world. After my video about my experiences with street harassment, I did get a few replies from people saying, I'm sorry you went through that, but know that not all men are like that. I understand that this is coming from a good place, but I just want to tell you this. I know not all men are like that. If I thought all men were like that, I wouldn't leave the house. Although I live with my boyfriend, so maybe I would leave the house. What? Wait. It's so confusing.
That's not confusing. You just wouldn't live with the motherfucker.
The majority of women know that not all men are like that. However, there are enough men that are like that it is a problem that we need to worry about. Let me share with you this analogy that's been going around on the internet. There is someone with a plate of cookies and they offer you one. However, you know for a fact that while some of those cookies are absolutely fine, some of them have laxatives in them and some of them even have arsenic in them. Are you just gonna jump in and take a cookie?
Are you justifying sexism, my friend? I guarantee you if I were to use that again in the context that all women are gigantic whores or are just bitches, that wouldn't sit too well with you now, would it? If I said, only 10% of all women are whores, so I'm not going to deal with them. What does that even mean, you idiot?
Didn't think so. Also, just because you and some other guys are really nice doesn't take away the fact that women are going through this.
Yeah, okay, but I can turn this whole entire thing right back around onto you. Just because you and your friends would do something mean like that doesn't mean men don't deal with problems caused by women, such as child support and getting cheated on. Men and women both deal with issues and problems. However, you can't just focus on the issues of women and expect for the whole world to be fine and dandy. That's not equality.
Saying to a woman who has been sexually assaulted by a man, not all men are like that, does not take away from the fact that she was sexually assaulted by a man.
The thing is, that shit wouldn't fly if it was a woman. There's a woman that cut off a man's penis and a bunch of ladies on The View or some other fucking talk show got around and they fucking laughed at the fact that this man got his fucking penis cut off. Question. How come all women don't have to take the responsibility for that one woman who did something bad to one man? Okay, so Elliot Rodgers did something horrible. Yes, I haven't done something horrible. Most of the people, not even most, I mean a fucking vast majority of men have never done or thought about doing stuff like that. You can't say all men have to be fixed with some problem that all men don't have because then you're just wasting your time fixing something that isn't broken.
Saying not all men are like that does not take away that the vast majority of perpetrators of these crimes are men.
Ironically, with all of this focus on female victims, most of the victims of violent crimes are actually men. So you're only telling half of the story when you go around and talk about how only women are victims and by the perpetrators that are men. Men sometimes get victimized by other men or they get victimized by women. We can chat about the pedophilic teachers I chat about on my channel all of the time and how they all barely ever face any jail time. We can also talk about when a female tried to kill one of the officers that was guarding her and she got away scot-free. Sargon of Akkad did a good video on that. So, yeah, bad things happen to men and women. The point of saying not all men is to focus the issue on the men who are doing the shit, not all men as a whole.
Saying not all men are like that does not stop these things from happening.
Yeah, the same way as saying that I'm a feminist doesn't solve any of the problems in the world. I mean, please, by all means, tell me your plan on how you plan on stopping rape, murder, theft, and any other injustice in the world. To men and women. Oh wait, what's that? You don't have any plan at all? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Saying not all men ignores the fact that decent guys can still enable the not so decent.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened to I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need no man? Or does that only work for black women? Well, does it? I mean, what happened to feminism saying that, women need men like fish need bicycles? Oh wait, you're not that kind of feminist, so apparently you still need men to do shit for you. As if we have any obligation to do it. And when we do it, we don't get any appreciation for it, so I don't understand why we do shit for you, Captain Asshole.
Saying not all men are like that does not teach women anything that we don't know already.
If you already know that, then why in the world do you keep generalizing all men? And more than that, why do you keep trying to fix all men as if they had that problem to be fixed?
Saying not all men takes the focus of the conversation away from the men that do this and the women that they do it to.
Ironically, the point of saying not all men is to do the complete opposite of what the fuck you just said. The point is to get all of the attention onto the men that do this. So when you say not all men, it means you specifically need to focus on the men that do it. You can't fix all men because they don't have X problem to be fixed.
And the annoying thing is, there are guys that recognise this, and they use not all men to try and derail conversations, to make it about them, to silence women, to be like, oh, not all men are like that, why are you complaining?
That, quite honestly, is the oddest ulterior motive I've ever heard. Why would any guy want to derail a conversation about sexism that women have to deal with so they can talk about how they're not bad people? I mean, you have to be one incredible narcissist to be able to say, wait a minute, hold on, I am a great person, I don't do bad things. So yeah, I don't know, I don't think that's the purpose of saying not all men do bad things. If it is, well, that's weird, and quite honestly, I'm not even sure why you're friends with people like that.
To try and demean these women and dismiss their stories.
Okay, again, that is not the point of saying not all men. I'm not even sure why you're trying to put this onto the people who say not all men are like that as these deviant men who don't want to talk about sexism women deal with. No, I think the issue is saying that all men do sexist things to women, so we have to say, wait, not all men do bad things, focus on the men that do this. Stop saying teach men not to rape, and instead say teach women how to defend themselves from the men that do the raping, considering the fact that they're actually a very small portion of society that does indeed do it, contrary to popular belief.
I mean, they're just a whole new level of asshole.
Yeah, new type of asshole. This is coming from the person that said, if 10% of all cookies are poisoned, would you still eat one? That's like me saying, if 10% of this coffee cake was poisoned, would I still eat it? And the answer to that question is, hell yeah. Well, I can spend money on this shit. Struggling.
The not all men thing comes up even when women are not generalizing men at all, they're merely sharing their stories.
And they're trying to make you feel better, Captain Asshole. Here's one thing that kind of throws me for a loop here. What the fuck do you want them to do? I mean, what do you want?
A woman writes about being assaulted by one guy this one time and she's immediately hounded by, not all men are like that. She's not saying they are. I said earlier in this video about how careful I am with my language and not to generalize, but even on my extremely non-generalizing content, I still get people saying, not all men! It's ridiculous, and that's why there are memes taking the piss out of it now. And finally, to the guys that use not all men to basically say, well, I'm not like that. Firstly, I'm not going to give you a special sticker for behaving like a decent human being.
Yeah, it's funny that you don't even appreciate these men that come to your defense. I mean, you're not gonna give you a cookie for being a decent guy? Can the nigga at least get a fucking thank you? I mean, sure, they're white knight beta male bastards, but at least they're defending you, you asswipe. At least they're trying to make you feel better. I mean, bloody hell, you just can't win. You can't say not all men to make them feel better. You can't say not all men to make them not generalize because you're derailing conversations about sexism, which makes no fucking sense, by the way. Just can't win.
Especially if you go around derailing discussions of sexism and misogyny that need to be discussed just to go, oh, I'm awesome. I'm just awesome, yeah? Secondly, there's a phrase that goes, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, there's feminists that will say, but the definition of feminism is equality. Glad we agree that actions speak louder than words. So is it okay if we get rid of that whole Violence Against Women Act thing?
If you are not like that, you should not have to say, not all men are like that, or I'm not like that.
This is what I mean by feminists being so unself-aware. You fail to understand why they say that in the first place. At the beginning of your video, you said, oh, I know how it feels like to be generalized. And then you somehow continue to go off in the entire video telling men not to say not all men. You have got to be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. How are you gonna sit here and say, I understand what it's like to be generalized, and it sucks. However, you should not defend yourself from said generalization because you're derailing conversations of sexism that happens to women. Even though that conversation could then be expanded upon to talk about sexism against men too. But, feminism, it's in the name.
If you respond to a woman sharing her stories of sexism and abuse, and you go, I am so sorry that that happened to you, she's gonna know that you're not one of those guys.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe she'll think that you're one of those really nice guys who's actually gonna be one of her rapists, because most rapists are actually men that are very close to women. Do you see the issue with the whole not all men thing you're bitching about now? Well, that's pretty much the end of her video, and subsequently the end of mine. So, guys, I want to say thanks to BASSFZz Fleet. You know, if you see him in the comment section below, you know, give a thumbs up saying, you know, thanks for helping search with this video, because I certainly appreciate it. I did not include everything that he said, but everything he did say or he sent me will be in the description box below, so you get to read his full opinion in its entirety. I paraphrased a lot of it so it can kind of fit my presentation style, and hopefully I did him justice, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. But guess what? She made a follow-up video, right, where she tries to clarify some of the points she made in this video. And honestly, she did a piss-poor fucking job of doing so. So there will indeed be a sequel. Hope you guys stay tuned for that. With that being said, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Say thanks to BASSFZz Fleet, and as always, if you like this video, please go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below, and as always, have a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.